The clock's ticking, the crowd's roaring, and in the middle of the chaos, you see it. One of the league's biggest stars, the reigning MVP, squares up against a smaller defender. With two hands, she shoves her to the hardwood. The referee is standing just a few feet away. No whistle, no call. Play on. Freeze that moment in your mind. The MVP towering over her opponent. The smaller player lying on the court staring up in disbelief. The official's eyes locked on the play. Yet the game rolls forward as if nothing happened. It's the kind of image that makes you question everything you thought you knew about fairness in sport. Now here's the twist. That same MVP would later sit at the post-game podium straight-faced and claim her team had been victims of a special whistle, insisting the refs had handed the other side a free win. Imagine hearing that after watching her send a defender flying to the floor with no foul called. That's not just frustrating. That's the kind of moment that makes fans, analysts, and even rival players raise an eyebrow. This is where the story gets messy in the best way. Because that shove wasn't an isolated play, and the special whistle wasn't just a throwaway comment. It became the centerpiece of a heated narrative that the Indiana Fever didn't beat the defending champs on merit, but were gifted the win by biased officials. A single statistic, 34 free throws for Indiana versus just 11 for Las Vegas, was plastered everywhere, fueling conspiracy theories overnight. But here's the problem with headline numbers. They don't always tell the full truth. Stats can be spun, quotes can be clipped, and one viral soundbite can hide what really happened on the floor. And if you've been following this series closely, you know there's always a gap between the official story and what actually plays out between the lines. That gap is exactly where we're headed. Because behind the sound bites, the memes, and the finger-pointing, the tape tells a very different story, one the Aces probably hoped would stay buried. We're talking uncalled fouls, patterns of aggression, a sideline player's blunt social media post, and even a late-game coaching blunder that turned a tight playoff battle into a meltdown. If you think you already know what happened in Game 4, stay tuned. What you're about to hear may flip that narrative completely. The controversy didn't start on the court. It started under the bright lights of the post-game press conference. Those few tense minutes when emotions run hottest and microphones become weapons. The Aces had just lost a must-win Game 4. Their season was hanging by a thread. The dynasty's grip on the championship starting to slip. The numbers on the scoreboard weren't the only thing haunting them. The stat sheet showed a glaring, almost cartoonish difference. Indiana Fever, 34 free throw attempts. Las Vegas Aces, just 11. That single column on the box score became the spark to a frustrated locker room. It didn't look like a strategy mismatch or the natural outcome of aggressive play inside the paint. It looked like favoritism, a gift from the officials to the underdog, something that could explain away the loss. Coach Becky Hammond didn't hide her disgust. She leaned into the microphone and dropped the line that would headline sports blogs that night. They shot 34 free throws, and we shot 11. Tighter on both ends would have been nice. No breakdown of missed rotations, no analysis of turnovers. Just that number, 34 to 11. In that moment, she planted the seed of a narrative simple enough for any angry fan to latch onto. We didn't get outplayed, we got robbed. Moments later, the team's MVP doubled down. Standing at the same podium, she delivered the quote that would echo across social media. I guess she's got a special whistle. She wasn't talking about some abstract policy or officiating style. She was talking about her on-court rival Aaliyah Boston, the rookie center who had just dominated the paint and drawn foul after foul. The sarcasm in that phrase was unmistakable. It implied Boston wasn't being rewarded for skill or hustle, but for favoritism. The effect was instant. Within hours, highlight clips of the free throw disparity were trending.